The Christmas Hotel by Jollyflower. Australia, Day 1. The first thing Harry noticed when he woke up was the sun shining through his window. As he turned towards the clock, he found it at 7 a.m. and yawned getting up. He took a shower and then grabbed some light clothes. As he looked outside the window, he opened his balcony door and stepped outside. Despite the heat he hadn't felt in a while, and also coming from England and just now from Germany, he felt a breeze coming from the close sea. He could almost taste the sea salt on his lips. A grin spread across his face. He had never spent time anywhere outside of Europe, so to be here in Australia, no less, felt like some kind of a crazy dream. He closed the doors to his balcony and turned around just when an announcement sounded in his room again. "Good morning, travellers, and welcome to Australia. It's currently 7 a.m., and we're close to Crescent Head." Harry shrugged his shoulders and walked down into the kitchen as if this was his normal route. Today, once again, Matthew was in a state of panic, and as Harry approached, he simply handed him the reins and headed off, mumbling something about getting the rooms ready. So it seemed as if he had gotten a new job without actually writing a job application. That was one way to get something. He quickly finished whatever Matthew had started, and then went over to start the pancakes for William and put the muesli and fresh fruit together for the people who seemingly wanted to eat healthier. Once he was done, he headed out to the dining room, setting the table when Jacques walked in. "Morning, chef." Harry just rolled his eyes. "Want some coffee? You're not even going to go against me." "Nah, I've been cooking all morning long." "It's 8 a.m. Jacques said with a grin and nodded then. "I would love a cup of freshly made coffee." "Then make it yourself." Harry said with a grin, but still walked over to make fresh coffee, and he also started heating up the water for some tea. Once he was back in the dining room and had placed all the food into the warming charms, or cooling charms, that were ready for food, Harry went to sit down next to Jacques and Margarita. "It's weird being in such a warm place for December. Like, for me, Christmas is snowy landscapes, glühwein at the Christmas market, and Christmas carols through loudspeakers," the witch said. Harry frowned as he took a sip of coffee. "Loudspeakers? So you live in a muggle home?" Margarita nodded. "Yeah, I'm the only witch in my family. My parents are old and are scared to leave their home behind. They live by themselves, and one of us children is usually staying in the guest suite. I've been with them for the past 5 months when my brother did his PhD and my 2 sisters went backpacking through Europe. Honestly, I just needed a holiday." That was understandable. "I think everyone needs a holiday." Jacques snorted at that. "Dear Lord, all of us are running." "Running? I'm not running." Harry shook his head while Margarita raised her eyebrows. "Didn't you tell us yesterday that the minister of your government told you to take it over? And the next day you're here?" she asked with a grin. "I call that running." Harry held his hand up. "Fine. Jacques, what are you running from?" "I've been married to my childhood sweetheart for 10 years. We married when we were barely legal to do so. I didn't realize that people changed. And last year I finally saw the reality of what my life had gone to. We finalized the divorce 5 weeks before I moved in here. I've got nothing else left." Harry stared at Jacques in shock, and Margarita placed her hand on his. "Well, I'm happy you're here. It makes this Christmas a special one for sure." "I agree," Harry said with a smile. "And I'm sure we'll find something for you to do when we're back." They couldn't continue this deep discussion, as seconds later Walter arrived with an army of plush teddies in his arm, while Helmut and William walked after him with an expression of regret. Harry sniggered at it and handed them all something to drink. Not to teddies, though, even if Walter tried to tell him that they were thirsty too.